Hi everyone, we're here today at the International Herb Symposium, and I'm so honored to be with some of my dearest friends. We've got Linda Black Elk from Standing Rock, Susan Leopold, the director of United Plant Savers, and Rosemary Gladstar, the founder of United Plant Savers. Hey everyone, thanks for hanging out today.
Hi everyone.
Hi. We have been really amazed with keynote speaker Robin Wall Kimmerer this weekend, and just a lot of our work and learning this weekend has really been centered around the give back that is our responsibility as herbalists to these beautiful plants that give so much to us. And so we were just talking out here today about that give back and how United Plant Savers is such a big part of that way that we can give back to the plants.
Right. Well, I think that's really what when we founded it was about that. It was like we had kind of begun our study about how these herbs could really, what they could do for us, and they do so much. And as we matured, and I think that's part of maturing, is you turn around and go, what is it we can do for them? So I saw that as a real step in the entire herbal community, really looking at what the give back is.
I agree that the whole idea of reciprocity, and plants give us so much. They heal us, they feed us, they build our homes for us, and giving back to them and taking care of them is absolutely the least that we can do.
Yeah, so well said. And for me, I really feel like we're at a really critical time, and that the consciousness that comes with learning about herbal plants is also the consciousness about what we need to do to heal the planet. And for me, this year has probably been really the most profound year of my life, and I think that's largely in part because of what happened at Standing Rock. And I feel like, in a way, this crack in the earth opened up, and this idea of sacredness is just like flowing from this crack. It's like bringing light back into all of our lives. And so for me, thinking about United Plant Savers approaching its 25th year and what the future of that is going to look like. I don't know, Linda, if you could just speak to your sense of what's happening and that idea of the sacredness and what you've really seen kind of in a positive light. For me, I don't know, this is my first time going to North Dakota, but I just saw this whole reemergence in indigenous pride, and I saw the youth really coming out and becoming these leaders. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you could speak to that better.
Well, so we are at a shift that I think is really evident, a paradigm shift. And we can talk about the negative stuff all we want. There's plenty of negative to talk about with our current administration, with all those social pathologies that plague indigenous people. We can talk about destruction of the planet. We can talk about how I've been pepper sprayed and maced and shot at with rubber bullets and water cannons and beanbag rounds. I'm a mom, and I know the difference between the way that tear gas and pepper spray tastes, right? It's just crazy to me that I know those things. We can talk about that stuff, but the fact is, the positive stuff that's going on, the amazing resurgence of spirituality, of connectedness, of sacredness, of realizing how sacred we are as people, but also recognizing that our relatives, the plant nations, the animal nations, they need us too, and we're so connected to them and reliant on them. That is really what I see has come out of Standing Rock. Like, rather than the negative stuff, it's that amazing connectedness that has come out of there. Right now there are more gardens being planted on Standing Rock this spring than ever in the last 75 years.
Wow.
Yes, people want this. They want to do it. They want to live it. There are model sustainable communities going up on hundreds of reservations across the community as a result of what happened at Standing Rock. People are saying, you know what, we really can live without fossil fuels. We really can live a life that's closer to our mother. And it's giving me goosebumps talking about it, because it's happening all over. And Standing Rock started those camps that started by our youth. deciding that they were not going to allow their their future to be destroyed by this company, we had had enough. Because the fact is, we have been surviving for a really long time. No one can say that we are not survivors, right? As Indigenous people, we are amazing at surviving. But that means that we watch our elders, lose limbs due to diabetes. That's survival. That means that we just work all the time to try to keep our youth from committing suicide. That's survival. What we're ready for and what we are pushing for is thriving.
Yeah,
exactly.
thriving. Yeah.
We've had enough of just surviving. We're ready to thrive now. We have language revitalization going on. We have people building these model sustainable communities, getting in touch with their cultures, people who are sobering up because they want to be right there on the front lines when someone tries to put another pipeline through. It is an amazing and powerful time, and I feel really privileged to be alive right now. So
Well, I think in all ways what you just said is such a powerful message, but I do think that a lot of times we have to be aware, like you said, of the negativity going on, but I think it's also a way of suppressing people. We have to really be inspired and really, in truth, there's so much more good happening on the planet. I don't know why the bad. We have to be aware of the bad, but the bad becomes the press, rather than looking at really is good. To bring that back to the plants, I think that's partly what the plants are always sharing with us and helping us bring forward. But yeah,
it's true, because no matter what happens, no matter who is in office or what is happening here, they bloom, they grow, they continue. We need to be like that too.
Yeah, I think comfrey's a perfect model for that, isn't it? Because comfrey's been vilified, it's illegal, can't use it, and yet it just keeps thriving. It's like, I'm here, if you want to use me, here I am, and eventually people will get around to understanding how to use it again. But it's such a good model for that. It's going to thrive no matter what. It's not indigenous, but it's strong.
Yes. So all of us can be part of that by being part of United Plant Savers and continuing to support this really amazing work. All of us sitting here have botanical sanctuaries that are part of Botanical Sanctuary Network, and if you have some land and some gardens that you're stewarding, you can join that network and help us grow the acreage and the land that we're protecting for medicinal plants. And please check out unitedplantsavers.org to learn more. There's some beautiful articles from Linda, some of the work from Standing Rock, and also ways to learn more about how you can become a member and learn about these important plants that it's really our responsibility right now to give back to.
If you use plants, that's good, but if you use plants, our responsibility is to give back to them. That's the big message today.